What's up, Showtime family? Today we got a special guest. Today we got one of the rising stars in the CFL. Today we got a Cali boy on the show. Went to UCLA, played 2 years in Montreal, turned all that success in Montreal to a big old contract in Toronto. Today we got our Adarius Pickett, or they call him Pick for short. What's good, Pick?
What's going on, big dog?
Chilling, man. So the first thing I want to kind of just understand and know is what is something about you that the fans may not already know. I already mentioned you went to UCLA, you're from Cali, you spent 2 years in Montreal, you spent some time in the league, but what else is there to our Adarius Pickett that needs to be understood?
Man, really, I'm really proud that I graduated from UCLA. I got 2 degrees from UCLA. So I have a degree in political science and another one in African American studies. I graduated college in 3 years. That's when I got my first degree. I also graduated high school early. Left and went to UCLA early. So
you're just saying smart, you're a genius.
that's we just. I'm not gonna say a genius, man. We intelligent though. That definitely.
I hear that. So you went to UCLA. I played with another player that also happened to be a Bruin. That player is Cam Judge. Now, we all saw that Cam Judge had a hell of a year last year, but somehow, some way, he was left off of being an all-star. Do you think your boy was deserving of being an all-star this past season?
Most definitely, he had a phenomenal season. 5 interceptions. I think he had close to 90 tackles. He had a phenomenal season, man. Cam is a hell of a player, man, and a standout. I know it's crazy that he's considered Canadian, but he's a standout, man. He a hell of a football player, and I was really shocked when I did see that. I knew Michael Awe was going to be an all-star, I believe, with myself, and it was, it was him and Wynn was hard though, because Wynn
it's tough.
He had a phenomenal season too. They was real close. It's a lot of talent at linebacker around the CFL. It's a lot of talent there.
For sure. Like the craziest thing to me was I think he was second in the league in picks with 5. Like from a will linebacker. That's unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Like for a will linebacker to go and get 5 picks, and I think he scored a fumble recovery or a pick. I can't remember, but like he just put up crazy numbers. And obviously I think he was deserving of being an all-star, but it's tough. Like you said, there's a lot of talent at the linebacker position, yourself included. But what I want to get into is you already went through free agency once last season. Is there any different approach that you're taking to this year in free agency?
Really just taking it one day at a time, man, really, because the negotiation process is always a lot, with the team that you're dealing with, that you just played for in the previous season, and the teams that's after you. It's always a lot. And it's a lot at stake. You want to make sure you place yourself in the best position, whether, that's with the team that you played with the previous year or finding another team, finding another home. So it's definitely a difference of navigating through. Just trying to, especially from, I know being in this position last year to this year is different. Last year it seemed like it was a little bit easier. This year right here, it's a lot. Coming off a season when we 16-2 in Toronto, a whole lot of all-stars on that team. I know it's a lot of people that want contracts, that expect, big contracts. So I know Toronto was going to be hard, with the money that they gave to Chad and some more offensive linemen and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting. Wynn just signed too, I believe yesterday. So, it's going to be interesting way to go about this for real.
Yeah. And you mentioned the success that you guys had as a team, having a 16-2 season. But I want to talk about Coach Mace and the effect that he has on the guys on defense. And, what was your experience with playing under him like? Because all I hear is good things about Coach Mace, and all I have are great expectations of what he's going to do in Saskatchewan. But I've never heard it from a player's perspective. So I want you to tell us, how it was playing for Coach Mace.
Coach Mason's incredible. I mean, he's a former player. He understands not only does understand the game, but understand the time that we're in right now. And I believe that he allows players to be themselves. He's not trying to, change you and be who he wants you to be. He wants you to be your best self. And that's what he talks about on a daily basis. I believe he's going to do great things in Saskatchewan. I'm excited for him to have that head coaching position because as a player, you want to play for a coach like that. You want to be, he really is a player's coach. He understands the game. He's somebody that you can watch extra film with, do extra drills with on the field. If, one-on-one, he going to take the time to make sure that he help you be the best football player that you could possibly be. So playing for him last year was amazing. It was amazing because we had fun. If you look at it, you turn into a film on between him and Coach Bell, that was what they was, preaching for real. We want to turn the film on. You want to see us having fun, and that's exactly what you seen from the players that we had on that defense. And it all started, from the head, and that was him.
Now, you mentioned that he's great to play for, and he's a player's coach, and basically any player would be lucky to have him as a coach. Are you telling us something? Are you leaning towards going to a particular division over another?
I mean, honestly, right now it's hard, man. It's hard, and the reason why it's hard is because every situation, requires a specific thing. And I know for my position right now, it's, of course you look at him going over there in his first year, it is intriguing to look at. And it will be something that, we going to talk about along the way. But one thing they also have done is they signed CJ Reeves back. As they say, he can play. And, respect his game, a lot of respect for him. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. Got to talk through, what they want him to stay there. When they move him, or would they want me to play something else if I was to come over there. So it's gonna be interesting, and I do believe that they have allocated some money in some different positions, and they probably gonna want to bring in maybe some more offensive people. I know they got to hopefully sign back Sean Bain,
Yeah.
they elite receiver too. So that's the biggest thing about free agency. Like, it's not just all about, of course, when I'm looking at these situations, it's about me, but then you got to look at and understand the teams. Like, what do they need specifically?
Yeah.
You don't want to put yourself in a position where it's like, yeah, you might be a hell of a player, but that might not be the best situation for you. So,
Yep. So what I'm basically hearing is it's about the fit, right? Now, obviously, we both played in the CFL. I'm I'm on my way out, as they say. So how important is the fit? Like, as a free agent, what's your priority list? Are you looking to get paid? Are you looking for the best fit, or is it a combination of both?
it's definitely a combination of both. When you're looking at your gameplay, you want to make sure that you can play your best and be under, a coach where you feel like you can succeed under, because at the end of the day, as you know, you're always looking to grow. You're always looking to become a better football player, no matter if you was just defense MVP, no matter, if you come off injury, you're looking to become a better football player day in and day out. So that's really primarily what I'm looking for right now is what is going to be the best situation for me schematically and what coach that I can be under that's going to make me be a better football player through and through.
And you mentioned schematically and scheme, and I love talking ball, right? I love talking the details, the intricacies of playing defense, because I believe football is just one big chess game, right? It's understanding and being able to predict and basically just play one step ahead of your opponent, right? So from a schematic standpoint, what scheme do you feel most comfortable in? Are you a guy that likes to be in an aggressive scheme that's all about getting turnovers, getting after the quarterback, letting you just blitz off the edge? Or do you like that bend but don't break conservative sort of philosophy that, has its benefits too?
I always, football is a game of uh, taking the ball away, on defense. That's what we want to do. And you look at the defenses that do that. One thing about our defense we was on last year in Toronto was, hey, we took the ball away. We took the ball away and we forced whole lot of sacks too. So it's like, it's hard to beat a team like that. And that's a credit to the defense and the special teams, because that's another thing. Special teams is a big part of the CFL, man. Big part, huge part. So also looking at, again, that because you want to be in a system where hey, okay, this team is, fully rounded. Like, okay, they believe in this, they believe in that, and they go hand in hand with each other. I think in Toronto, that's one thing that we had last year, was our defense and special teams was on point. And even sometimes when our offense wasn't all the way on point, the defense and the special teams, could pick it up. So, and then when one of those, like, it was like everything was coinciding with each other. It was cool to see that. So now going to that point, it's like making sure that I can try to be in the same similar situation.
And speaking of special teams, I think one skill that is underappreciated about you is your role and your effectiveness on special teams. Because I remember when you was in Montreal and I was watching film, I was like, yo, like, who is this Pickett dude that's running down on kickoff? Who's the joker, the gunner on punt? Like, this dude is a start. He's a starting same linebacker. That's unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Because what people don't understand about special teams, especially in the CFL, is how much gas it takes to get going. Like, it's taxing on your body. Running 40, 50 yards every single play and chasing down the ball carrier. But you was doing that like nobody else was doing in the CFL, for the past 2 seasons. So how do you prepare your mind and body to go through that for 18 straight weeks?
Oh, I mean, in the off season, you and y'all can have a day in the life with me. Well, my day usually start around 4:15 for real. So I get up 4:15. This past week I've been at UCLA running the bleachers. Running the bleachers at 5. I go to the gym after that. I take a little break. I go hit the field. I probably work out 2-3 times a day. So you want to for my philosophy is making sure I'm putting my body through everything that it's going to go through during the season. That way, when I get to the season, it's really a celebration for all the work that I done put in, because I'm not really tripping. I'm not out of shape. I'm in the best shape I can run. And that's one thing that I got to make sure that I always do in the off season is run, because that's my game and that's what I do out there is special teams. I know I'm going to be out there on gunner. And right now, I feel like nobody can stop me. I don't care who in front of me stopping me. I'm going to go out there and make a tackle. I believe I finished with 20 tackles on special teams. I was top 5 in special team tackles in the CFL and top 5 on defense. That is unheard of. We playing, but my value is, hey, I want to do everything I can to help the team win, and that's always been me. And special teams has been how I started my career at UCLA. I came in as an All-American, but I ended up redshirting my first year. So after that, you know how that goes. It's like we trying to carve our role. So, and that's special teams, and that's what it was. So that's special teams got me recognized for defense. I always value special teams because I know how important it is too.
Yeah. Now, I was, obviously when we set this whole meeting up, I had to go on Instagram and, kind of do some research, right? And what's your Instagram handle?
Pick Six Pickett.
Pick Six. So when you wake up at 4:15 and you go throughout your workouts, is the jug machine one of the drills that you do?
Yes, especially this year because I dropped 2 pick sixes last season. Hey, I'm not even gonna lie. You told me, hey, I dropped 2 of them. I've been really working tennis ball catches on a little ball. I'm still putting my knees on, core balance, all of that. Making sure I'm really honing in on that and not just getting on the jug machine and catching because that's easy, but really hitting the movements, cross and all of that. So making sure that I don't have another season as far as that goes where I got no interceptions because that's not good right there.
No, I'm good though because what I always look at is it's easy to put yourself in a position, but it's hard to make the play all the time, right? And when you watch film, you already talk about, you being a genius and whatnot. Is a lot of guys they have the ability, but they never actually execute in the moment of putting themselves in the position to make the play, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times, guys will, let's say you're on the strong side, right? They run RPO, double slant behind you. A lot of guys will just look at the slant and not buzz and not react and not trigger and not understand that that's their play to make. Like, that's their game-changing play, right? And I think that's the difference between a good player and a great player is understanding those small details and those one or two plays that you can steal in a game. If you can go out and steal them, that's money right there. That's how you get paid right there. So obviously for you, you put yourself in those positions. You're the one that's jumping windows and getting your hands on the ball. Now it's just about finishing. And I had to bring that up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure DBs in the locker room, talk about it too. I mean, you got another DB that's a hell of a player in Jamal Peters, Mississippi State grad. So, I mean, you guys had a lot of talent in Toronto. And depending on what, direction they're going in, is I'm looking forward to seeing you in double blue again or somewhere else. Yeah, like I think you're a hell of a player. I think what you bring to the game is so much deeper than tackles and TFLs and sacks. Like when I pop on the tape and I watch Toronto, 6 pops out at me because he's a guy that just plays with his hair on fire, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a high motor, high energy type of guy. He's always around the football and he's always looking to take somebody's head off. Like running crossers, running mesh routes, that's dead. Cause 6, you better sit down over the ball. Don't you keep running that route across the middle. 6 coming now, right? So talk about like your physicality and your approach because you play the game like you're trying to hurt somebody, right?
I mean, really, when I look at my game, that's always been one of my best assets is bringing that physicality to any defense that I'm a part of. Because you know how it is, man. When you hear that big hitting and pass sound off and the crowd go, ooh, the whole be turned. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's always something that my teammates is me getting the party started, man. And that's how the whole party starter situation came about because it's like I'm gonna make a hit or make an impact play where everybody gonna be fired up. Now it's contagious. You know how that energy is, and once it go, it's on, and it's hard to turn that off. It's hard to turn that off. So I always looked at Cam Chancellor. That was one of my favorite safeties, and just to see the intensity that he played with, I tried to implement that into my game from UCLA, to that professional level now. So that's just it.
If you had to pick one CFL city out of all of them, which one is your favorite?
CFL city?
Yeah.
Toronto.
I don't even know what type of time you want. All right. That answer let me know everything I needed to know about Pitt. He loves Toronto. That's respect. That's respect. So okay. Well, not to take too much more of your time, us at Showtime, we're thankful that you took time out of your day to come chop it up with us. Good luck to you in free agency. I hope you get a bag wherever you go, wherever you decide to go. There should be a lot of teams hitting your phone up, hitting your agent's phone up, and we just want to wish you the best of luck going forward in wherever team you decide to put their jersey on.
I appreciate that, man. It's gonna be an interesting process when we moving forward. Hopefully, Toronto can figure this out. We'd love to be there again. If not, somebody gonna get a dog. I promise you that.
I hear that. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
All right, much love. Nah, I feel like we hitting all points right now. We good. I mean, I don't even know.
You probably got a lot of them.
I was about to say you're gonna have to show me a clip. I can do that. If you show me something, I can across the middle. Was it the Markeith Ambles, number 6? Yeah, I remember that play. All right. Yeah, they just had certain plays that tip certain things off based off the alignment.
Formation.
Yeah, because what he was doing was they had him in like that tight end position, and then they'd like move him out a little bit. Like he'd be a little bit split off for the tackle. And when I looked across the formation, I seen it's almost like he was hiding, and then they'd like hold him. He might go out and then come back in on a little quick take or something like that. They like to hit
like
that.
One of them rocket screens where they just came basically down the line of scrimmage.
Facts. Yeah.
I probably love that play, man.
Exactly. So it was just like I
Play on
seen that
film.
play on film and I recognized my formation. Like, okay, I'm gonna go make this play.
Bro,
Because
like
anybody, that's one thing that I always look for because it's like a hit and run. It's like they throw that thing, catch it, and people be out. And it's like that's a hard tackle to make. So I'm always anticipating that to come about. A lot of teams like to run that on second and long
yeah.
like that just because it's a quick hitter and it's not a dangerous play. But that's one of my key points I be keying in every week to see what receivers do that and who run that play. Because Hamilton also run that a lot too.
Yeah, like the one thing when I watch film, I don't necessarily because when I was first in the league, like I used to get so caught up on beating the dude in front of me, beating the dude in front of me. Like I played defensive end and a little bit of linebacker, so my whole thought process was I gotta beat the offensive tackle. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Right. My second year, I started to really understand. I just gotta beat the coordinator. I gotta understand how he calls plays, what areas of the field he likes to attack, so I can put myself in the best position to make a play. Because it don't matter if I know the tackle so well and I beat it clean, but the ball out in 1.5, it don't matter what I do. You know what I'm saying? Why not start to understand the game at a deeper level and understand what area of the field he's trying to attack and what are his go-to plays when he needs a play. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand that, like you can just sit back and just relax because you already know what's going to happen.
I think that's
Run that little screen across the middle, see what happens.
I think that's what helped me out more than anything was coaching. When I got released from the New England Patriots, I started coaching at UCLA. And the way that we was watching film, I'm like, if I ever get a chance to play again, it's gonna be crazy. Because now I watch film like I'm trying to coach. So now it's like I'm looking at how the OC doing. I know the first 15 to 20 plays of the game gonna be scripted. After that, it's like, okay, we going to his favorite plays, down and distance gonna determine that, field zone's gonna determine that. Now we looking at. Then we got every team got their favorite receiver or their favorite, couple plays that they will run, a couple route concepts and stuff like that. And you start noticing that, and you start being able to move a whole lot faster on the field for real. So now it's like people be like, "Oh, he came out of nowhere." I'm like, "Yeah, I already knew that was gonna happen." So now it's just like, let it happen and let me go kill somebody for real.
Yep. I mean, I think that's good in football is like when you're able to take that one little detail that you then scoured the film for, and you're able to apply it at the perfect time. Man, that's why I love the game. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's hours and hours and hours of film work that you do just for one play, just to execute on one play, and that play ends up changing the game. You know, like that's the best feeling right there.
Nothing other than that.
You good, Malcolm?
Yeah, your thing then froze.
Yeah, appreciate you, Pick.
Oh, much love. Appreciate y'all.
I'm gonna have your boy Jamal Peters on next week.
Oh yeah, man. Get him right, man. Get Petey right.
All right.